Farming's a good way of living, but it's so much easier nowadays to go get you a job from 8 to 5. Where you're out here as a farmer, you're just independent, and you got to pay for everything yourself. And it's tough at times. We work 6 days a week and sometimes 7, and part of the night sometimes in the dry season when we're irrigating. And if you love it, it's not that bad, but you really got to love it.
I like farming. You do it because you enjoy it, and so you don't mind all the long and extra hours, but you like to see, you like to see daylight at the end of the tunnel, and it's getting a little tougher here.
This is equal partnership, Shaw and Shaw. It's equal, half and half.
Everything's too fast-paced now. Everybody's on the go, but, and that's just all progress.
We used to drive around the farm, had an old Jeep that we'd get in and just drive anywhere we wanted to. And same with tractors, Like his, little Buck drives our truck for us now when we're putting out hay. And he's only 5.
I help him drive.
How long you been driving?
60 years.
60 years?
Listen, he's a very hard worker. I mean, I work for a doctor, and they think they're on call, but Tom's on call 24 hours, 7 days a week. It never stops. At least when you're a doctor, you have someone else that takes your weekends for you or something. But Tom, we can get a call at 2 o'clock in the morning. I've lived here, most of my life, and Tom's lived here all his life. We've been other places, but I like the hometown, the small town. Of course, Alachua not as small as it used to be, but we like that.
How old were you when you learned to ride a horse?
I don't know. I was young. Real young.
Real young.
And who taught you?
Well, they didn't teach us. They just set us up there and let us go.
I rode with my dad some, and then when I got big enough to ride by myself, they just came and threw me up there and said, hang on. In busy seasons, I work 7 days a week. We usually start working around 7:30. Sometimes we get home about 9 o'clock at night. It all depends on how busy we are and what we're doing. They got all that construction work going on in Alachua. Like Dollar General coming in out there. I remember right back here behind the house where they put all these houses in. We used to run cows back there, but now we can't. Called Rodder. That damn Robert. Boy, had with me.
Yeah.
Now you want to talk about it? Well, I like being in the open field. I don't like being where there's a bunch of buildings and stuff like that. I like being a farmer.
It'll be real hard for him to do it because of the loss of land around here and the way things have changed. And it's real hard for somebody to get into this business nowadays. You could do it, it's probably another 10 years in it, 15, 20, but he's only 20 years old and he's got to do something for another 30, 40 years. So it will surprise me if it'll last.
There's not going to be enough money in it to raise a third family if Charles ever does decide to get married. I mean, you know, it'd be too hard to split it 3 ways. You know, I wish that he would find a job somewhere else. I always kid and say, you need to get a real job. Of course, this is a real job, but I mean a real job that pays better wages, that you have health insurance. The farm doesn't have benefits except for, like you heard him say, he loves the farm just like his daddy does. You know, he likes the land, he likes being outside. You know, I wish he could do it, but like Tom says, you know, there's not a future in it.
All the total farm acres that we got like under our production probably be, I think it's around 2,700.
We rent 99% of our land, so you could be here today and gone tomorrow. If somebody rents the land out from under you, or one of your landowners get mad, or they sell out, like Dollar General coming in.
You got to always keep looking for other land, because every bit, like in our area, just slowly getting bought up and getting less in agriculture, so you just got to expand a little further out. You know, we try to stick some money aside, but then, you know, you always run into hard times. You got to bring that money back out. And for me and Tom, we're hoping our cows is kind of like our retirement. We hope we can keep working with the cows for a long time. I mean, it's not that we're that old. We're both, like I said, right around 50.
See, farmers don't have any retirement. Nobody's going to pay you when you get ready to retire. The advantage of being a real growth area is if they want to sell out when they get old and there's nobody in their family or nobody around here can buy them out that's going to farm, that they can develop that land into something that'll give them some retirement the rest of their life, like our daddy did. He sold 800 acres. This is our house here. This area back here, oops, comes back in here like this.
Gosh, I love the house, this old house. Let's see, his grandma and grandpa lived here, and then of course Tom's mom and daddy, and then Tom as a child, and then our family and our kids. So it's been here forever. When they sold the land, I get emotional thinking about it, but when they sold all their land out here, I guess it was, what, about 800 acres? I can't even remember exactly. They originally had sold the house also. I don't know if Tom told y'all that, but they originally sold the house, and Tom told his daddy, you know, I'd like to buy that. And so anyway, and so Buck actually told the man before all the paper was written up, don't sell it, you know, we want to keep that. And so we kept that and so much acreage around here. And so anyway, so then as time got on closer, Tom asked his dad, you know, if we could buy it from him. And so Buck and Nanny were going to build a house, and then he died. He worked hard all his life, and he passed away the day they built their house. He had a heart attack. So, yeah, he was 62. So, but he was a good man. I have very good in-laws, so very good. So anyway, but he worked hard all his life, and hopefully Tom will be around a lot longer.
Since last time we talked, Charles got him a job at Dollar General over there. So he hadn't had time to help us. It's kind of changed him a lot. So I think it's taking him a little while to get used to it. It's a job. That's about all he'll say. He's loading semis right now. Boxes or dog food or whatever just stacking semis. He likes the money. It's good money compared to farming.
I applied about 2 months ago, and I got a job. You just take the boxes and stack them on the trailer. They go to different stores. Like we load, imagine we load 3 or 4 different semis a day.
You understand?
Yeah, all right.
Well, now, it might not be him. He's never done anything but work for us, so it gives him a different chance to see how the other half lives.
I miss being a farmer. Miss being outside. My dad's a farmer, my uncle's a farmer, my grandpa was a farmer. Just reckon it's in the blood.
I mean, growth is inevitable. I mean, it's coming.
He's a very hard worker because farming is in his blood.
Life's a long time, and if you're not happy with what you're doing, then you don't really have much of a life.
I don't know too many people that works harder than my dad and my uncle.
But around Lotchway area, I don't think there'll be any real big farms left.